Hello to the two fans and welcome. This is Chicago Ted coming to you with another replay cast. This one is going to be replay ID number 1824137249. Thank you very much to Gary for sending this one in.
30 seconds to go.
Greatly appreciate it, man. And I hope you enjoy the show. Looking forward to casting your game. So, for the Radiant this time around, it's going to be MC Lark on the Sniper with Bacon playing the Visage. We've got Fruit Salad on the Skywrath Mage with Live It Up on the Marana and Raziel 3000 playing the Spirit Breaker. Meanwhile, for the Dire, who looks like they might get both bounty runes here, it's going to be Mr. Gray on the Broodmother, actually opting not to go for the rune. Pennius and Herpes on the Zeus. Hold on here, we're going to have a charge in onto said Zeus. They're going to go out with the Arcane Bolt. The stun from the charge should be a little bit, but I don't think they catch him up too much longer. They're just going to get some harass onto him and let that be done with it. Meanwhile, it's going to be FS Mood Tropus on the Pudge with Sniper on the Io. And one more that we have not seen yet, the Lich, will be played by Baug. Alright. Taking a look at how these lanes are starting to form themselves up. It's going to be sort of a weird dual safe lane here with Sniper and Mood Tropus. The Io Pudge combo, not really one that's been seen all that often, but certainly can be very potent. Unfortunately, it's got to go up against the Marana Spirit Breaker combo, which has a lot more kill potential, aside from... Well, that is if the skill shots... You know, to be perfectly honest, it depends on whose skill shots hit. If FS Mootropus can get more hooks off, then I think his lane is going to win. If Live It Up can get more arrows off, then that is going to be the break point. So, meanwhile, it's sort of a 1v2 as Bacon and Mark going up against Mr. Gray. This should be fairly easy for these two very hard range hitters. In fact, they might just grab first blood here. Mr. Gray, he can't get away. He will get brought down by the Soul Assumption. Meanwhile, Baug... okay. Baug going for the mythical double earn build here, starting out with 4 Gauntlets of Strength. Certainly have not seen that one before, but, you know, I guess thinking about it now, it seems pretty new meta. Speaking of meta, it's a Fruit Salad. He's going up and doing pretty well against Pennius and Herpes, and you can see Herpes having a very difficult time last hitting some of these waves. But actually, it's going to be the top lane. Raziel brings down Sniper. Okay, that I did not expect, at least not this early. It's level 2 on FS Mootropus. Doesn't look like his hooks have been enough to really make anything happen. Meanwhile, the arrow was on cooldown, so getting a good arrow on the Io could definitely have made or broken that kill. And fortunately, it was the make, but the hook will come in, Live It Up. He does not have leap, so he's going to just get chased down. Sniper and FS Mootropus going after him and getting a nice little revenge kill for the top lane, where most of the action so far has been happening. So Mr. Gray did end up going down the bottom. Looks like he's got a sentry ward of his own. Unfortunately, though, it is not within range of the enemy sentry, and he's going to be actually sitting right underneath that Radiant sentry ward. But top, it's going to be Raziel going back, and again, FS Mootropus, they've got the concussive shot. They're not going to chase him further. No, they do! In comes the Arcane Bolt, and there is no denying for FS Mootropus as Fruit Salad will now grab that kill for a gank in the top lane, a successful gank, rather, on the top lane. Leaving Pennius and Herpes alone here in the mid to just farm up freely, but I'm not too sure he's worried about that right now. He should actually support coming in. FS Mootropus has gone to the mid lane. He's actually going to try to cut off Fruit Salad, though it doesn't look like his Zeus is on the same page. The hook won't connect either, but it was very close for a hook with little to no vision, though it seemed he did get a little bit at the start of that one. The right idea, little bit of the wrong execution. The Radiant Observer, or Radiant Sentry, still standing and proving to be a huge thorn in Mr. Gray's side. There's going to be a shrapnel coming down. Baug will also back off as he's taking a little bit of extra harass from Bacon. And just proving to be a pretty difficult lane to deal with right now, as, again, these two pretty powerful ranged heroes are not going to let the Dire's offlane really get close. Though Baug, he's got a pretty good innate ability to dominate lanes just by sacrificing creeps, but for right now, with only level 1 sacrifice, it's not going to be off cooldown as much, and it doesn't look like he's, actually there are no full HP creeps here, so he's not going to get the full mana if he takes any of those. So as 3-1 at 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Not much more has happened, though. We are looking towards the mid lane. Maybe Fruit Salad dies onto Pennius and Herpes, but it does not look like we'll see too much more happen apart from the occasional shock. Shock and awe from Pennius, though. He has now boots with the regeneration rune bottled. It should be pretty easy for him, though. Live it up. Does he have leap this time around? No, he's 30 seconds cooldown. He'll get brought down. Raziel now comes in with the charge, but FS Mootropis, I don't think he dies here. In fact, he's got the bottle. He's going to turn around 1 second for that hook. In the middle of creeps, though, I don't think he cares. He's going to chase him down with the rot. The hook flies. Fruit Salad's in, and actually it's going to be Tropis to go down. Sniper, he's looking for the kill. Can he get it? No! Raziel will heal himself up with the healing salve. And Fruit Salad with the crazy turnaround to mean everything for that gank. And although one of those was a deny, and we don't actually see on the scoreboard, I was staring at it for a moment like, what the hell? 4-2? No, it's 5-2. Just remembered that, yeah, denies don't show up on the scoreboard anymore. As finally that Radiant of Sentry Ward will get brought down. This time, actually not sure what happened this time. Was that another Sentry? I don't know. Do they buy a gem? Not quite sure how that sentry was magically closer to this one than before. Maybe it was another sentry placed. I can't tell. What I can say, though, is that now that the Radiant Observer, or the Radiant Sentry, God, I'm going to mess that up so many times. Now that that's gone, that leaves Mr. Grey to be wide open here. He's actually just going to go on to Bacon. Baug is close by looking for the Frost Blast, so he can't quite get it off. It's just going to be the spawn Spiderlings, which gives them the extra damage they need. Baug still holding on to that Frost Blast now, as Raziel will make his way to the bottom lane. Gets the charge off onto Mr. Grey, but there is no detection to spot him out. In fact, he's just going to chase him down, looking to try to get a bit of slow off, but won't be able to find much. So, he'll back off as the TP support comes in once again from Bacon as he joins back with McClark, McClark. MC Lark, whichever the case, to go after Mr. Grey. The slow assumption will only hit onto one of the Spiderlings. The charge will come through from Raziel, but they use their Sentry Ward. They use another one. The charge gets canceled, and Mr. Grey is out of there. A little bit of either miscommunication or just, getting cold feet. Speaking of cold feet, Baug is going to give a little bit with that Frost Blast. You can see the damage that comes out from the Mr. Grey is going to look for the spawn Spiderlings as Fruit Salad brings down Baug with the Mystic Flare. Grey, now the spawn Spiderlings will go out. He'll get the kill. And Raziel looks like he's trying to chase, but he won't be able to find him. Bacon is close by. They've got the Sentry Ward here, so if Mr. Grey tries walking away, he won't be able to do too much. In fact, he'll just go for the TP, and there's not much to cancel it, let alone see it. So he'll get out. And he's just fine. Raziel now will TP back to base. And looking at the 7.5 minute mark, we've had a decent number of kills so far, 5-4. The Radiant taking a small kill advantage here, but the Dire, they're finding some pickoffs here and there as well. So now the charge comes in on the FS Mootropis. He's got one bottle left to go. Sniper, looks like he's got a little bit of passive regen too to help him out. And with that, the charge will get canceled. Though it does give Raziel closer to the wave. Looks like Mootropis, he spots out Live It Up. Might try for the hook here, but ends up taking aggro from the hard camp. And with that, it'll send him down to a not too low HP, but low enough that he doesn't want to try to go for the hook rot combo. As all the Mirana has to do is turn, arrow, Starstorm, and that is a very dead Pudge. Instead, Live It Up, no, Fruit Salad, and towards the mid lane. We've got McClark here as well. Just putting pressure onto Pennius and Herpes. He's way far back right now. Incredibly careful about what's happening here in his own mid lane. If he shows his face, a concussive shot could be the end of him, so it looks like he just won't even do that. Fruit Salad and McClark get some decent harass on the tower and will just park themselves in this lane. Meanwhile, Bacon could be in some trouble. The Frost Blast flies, but the Gravekeeper's Cloak helping them evade a lot of that damage. And with that, doesn't look like they'll make any more moves on him. Mr. Grey is just farming the jungle, not really looking for any kills right now. Meanwhile, Sniper taking a lot of damage from this hard camp. He'll make his way back, join up with FS Mootropus again, hopefully soon. Tropus, he's looking for the hook. In comes Penius, looking. Oh wait, that Thunderbolt not quite connecting. It is a unit cast spell, but sometimes get carried away with a ground target and end up missing. That's something you really want to be doing, though. Sniper comes in, the hook will fly, but doesn't connect. Now Thunder God's Wrath. Penius, he's looking for McClark, but won't find him. Fruit Salad will go down. McClark, though, is still sitting there fighting. Raziel comes in as well. Sniper should go down, well, to the Sniper. Tries for a relocate, but is not able to get it off. And he'll go down. FS Mootropus will stay alive through it all, but nice couple of kills going the way of the Radiant side. The Dire seems to be falling behind a little bit in that regard. The Chain Frost, can it bounce one more time? He just needs one more. Can't quite get it off. The bounces are not working his way, though he'll still bring down the kill. That was pretty interesting. A lot of blood on the ground, too. Bowser will end up falling. Mr. Gray is still with that insatiable hunger. He'll go under Raziel, but he's underneath the Sentry Ward, so he's going to have to back himself off. Fruit Salad is in close by, but in comes Penius. They're looking to turn it around with the Fruit Salad. They need to slow him down somehow. They've actually got spawned Spiderlings. They might be able to throw it at him and kill him, but they won't. Fruit Salad will get himself away. Meanwhile, Live It Up is making his way in through the sidelines, so he is very low. All he needs to do is turn and Q, and he'll get the kill, and he will do that. Oh, it takes a little bit more pushing, but he ends up getting it. And maybe they get Courier as well. Through FS Mootropus is looking for it, but can't find it. So it looks like, oh, Bacon is now caught. The Thunderbolt, everything coming through. Mr. Gray will get the kill and ends up being a double kill. FS Mootropus, they're going for the hook, but it won't connect. Instead, slowing with the rock. Now they're trying to juke him around. Raziel will make his way in, but this could just be a special delivery feed. Fruit Salad also could be going down with a Thunder God's Wrath, getting some extra vision. An ultra kill for Mr. Gray. The only one to not go down in this bottom lane is MC Lark, who has been parked mid trying to split push out the mid-tier 1 tower, but even that is not really quite possible for him, as actually one more hit, that's actually going to put it in deny range, so Val can go for the die, either one of them can. That's a decent sum of the gold that you're stealing away from the Radiant at this early point in the game. I mean, we're still sitting at 11.5 minutes and already seeing 18 kills. Doesn't look like it's ever really leading on to slow down either. Mr. Gray is farming incredibly well. He went for the... Okay, I was going to say he went for the Staff of Wizardry, which could either be the Dagon or the Necronomicons. I hoped it was the Necros, but it's going to be the Dagon. I like seeing that zap sometimes. McClark will get hooked on onto the high ground, and he'll get brought down. Bao, meanwhile, evades the Mystic Flare. And Fruit Salad will continue chasing. One more Arcane Bolt, that's going to be enough to kill him. Oh, wait, he's still alive. They want to bring him down. They've got the charge coming in, but he's healing up quite nicely. If they can spot this charge out, perhaps they can stop it and save the life of Baug. But if this charge completes, this Baug is dead. And it looks like it will complete. And the arrow flies through. And another strike. Oh, boy. Baug hanging in a little bit long. Sniper could also go down here. He tries again for a relocate. No, maybe, but doesn't get it off. And he'll go down. It looks like Penius is looking to try to get some revenge, but not going to happen so far. The hook will fly through from FS Mood toppings, and he won't connect.
Radiant lost one of them bottom towers.
I just call him FS Mood toppings. Wow. I know what? I might just call him that for the rest of the game. FS Mood Tropus. I wonder what that even means right now. No, you can't help but wonder half the time whenever you're casting a game. Sometimes player names get really, really weird, and you're just left there scratching your head. Like, I think I had a couple of replays yesterday where I had a lot of awkward names, like Asian characters and things I couldn't understand, so I just like threw them all into Google Translate and hoped they came up with something. I got some pretty interesting results. Whether or not they were correct, it was definitely a little bit more enjoyable than saying I have no idea what the name is. Arrow will fly through the charge as well. FS Mootropus. Yeah, this is a very, very dead Pudge. You assassinate just to add a little bit of extra hurt, but Live It Up will be the arrow that counts. 11 to 11. 13.5 minutes in. Maybe we see a tier 1 tower fall in top lane as the one in the mid has already been brought down and denied. I want to say it was denied because, well, it was an easy deny, but if it wasn't, very nice for the Dire. I can't judge right now. I know Radiant took down a tower. or the Dire took down tower tier 1 in the bottom lane. Mr. Gray could also bring down Bacon here. Both of the familiars, that's what they're called. They both go down, so there was no stun, and Mr. Gray, he just kind of blew him up. That was a Dagon and a spawn Spiderlings. The amount of damage that comes out from that is immense. As FS Mootropus will bring down MC Lark, goes down himself to a Mystic Flare. But now, Raziel going on the Sniper. He'll pop out the Nether War on Nether Strike. Sniper, though, is still pretty healthy. He might be able to chain himself away, but he won't go for it. There are actually no creeps that he could have gone to. Maybe the ones in lane, but nothing safe. And it looks like he was trying to get an illusion in close by so they could go to that, but it wasn't quite going to happen. It stands right now. A couple of kills going the way of the Radiant. Raziel will commence a charge, but it looks like mid lane's going to be his target. It's bottom tier 1 tower. That's where most of the Dire are right now, but the tier 1 bottom is already dead. Doesn't stop them from continuing to push. Mr. Gray, Pennies, and Herpes are both down here. Gray is actually going for the creep cut. As a courier coming out to him, it's going to be the Dagon level 3. Yep. Dagon 3 completed. Mr. Gray, he's visible, which means one of them has to have vision over here. It didn't look like they did, so interesting enough. He's going to make a real turn on Mr. Lark here. Raziel will go in for Pennies and Herpes. Not enough damage so far. Thunder God's Wrath will come out. Finally, he'll go down as Mr. Gray, he brings down Raziel like almost instantly. He'll grab a double kill with the kill onto Bacon. Meanwhile, FS Mootropus was able to bring down MC Lark on the back lines. Oh boy, that was a very large amount of damage coming out from Mr. Gray right there. I mean, we can take a look at how much magical damage. Spawn Spiderlings is 300 magical damage. Dagon being an extra 600. That's 900 magical damage in less than a second. I mean, we take a look at a hero like Murata, who will block out a 25% magic resistance, so about 230 to 220 to 240 damage being blocked out, which means I'm thinking about 750, or sorry, 650 or 660 damage from that combo alone. That is almost enough to kill Murata.
Radiant's mid tower.
And that's fantastic. That's absolutely disgusting to think about as well. Like, in fact, he may actually be able to, yeah, he may actually be able to nearly one-shot Sniper. Just get one more point in that Dagon. You pretty much got it. Oh, man. The hook will fly through. Raziel gets to charge off. They're not able to stun him out. They go for that hook, and it's just a little off the mark. It was a fairly blind hook. You had an idea that he went into the jungle, but you don't know what happened much further from that. As I almost fall off my chair. That would have been bad. Middle of the cast. It's in the bottom lane, though. It's going to be Raziel. Driving on in. Mr. Gray, though, he goes around, Dagon's out, Bacon. And now the Chain Frost. Mr. Raziel goes down. Mr. Gray is still alive, though. Okay, no, the Mystic Flare will end him. As a relocate will bring the IO back. Live It Up is still close by, going after Bao. Bao, who's pretty much alone, will have no way to survive this one. A bunch of Spiderlings, though, are going on in for Live It Up. Spiderlings, and it looks like some Spiderites in there. They'll chase, but I don't think they grabbed the kill. In fact, do I get to see? Yeah, there are Spiderites in there. There are Spiderlings. Oh, wow. Spiderites have, like, 3. Did they change the model for Spiderites to be 3 spiders? No, they just have a very disturbing profile image. Okay. Interesting. There's an Assassinate flying out. It's going to be on FS Mootropus, but Sniper ends up being the projectile, as that's what hits Mootropus a little bit harder. He'll go down in the end, though. There's Thunder God's Wrath, but the bash is FS Mootropus. He might be able to get this kill. Penis and Herpes, he's trying to chase him down. There's going to be a regen room, but it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be anything. Raziel, he continues to charge on the Penis and Herpes, Phineas, whatever. Bacon, though, brings down the house, really, as it's going to be Skywrath Mage to actually get the kill. Balg's little Assumption will fly through, dealing a significant sum of damage. As the charge now will connect as well. Oh boy, this could be trouble here. They want to try to bring him down. They're going to go in with the Starstorm. Bao, this last Arcane Bolt. No, the mechanism will keep him alive, but Sniper, he may not be as lucky. In comes the Arcane Seal, though he's trying to heal up with a salve. It'll come.
Radiant's top tower
He survives what seemed to be a sure kill on the Io. So very well played from the Dire, keeping their little ball of energy alive. Meanwhile, Mr. Gray onto MC Lark. He's only got the level 3 Dagon still, and MC Lark still at a very low sum of HP. So perhaps Mr. Gray can still nearly one-shot this sniper. Just like FS Metropolis will go in, he'll get the hook on the fruit salad. Just like that. That is a dead Skywrath Mage. FS Metropolis, he's trapped in here, but Raziel is also trapped. Oh boy, I don't think they even know he's there right now. Live It Up will go down. But just like down the bottom lane, they're actually able to bring down Mr. Gray. He gets MC Lark. Now on the top, they're able to bring down Raziel. Now they chase onto Bacon, the Thunder God's Wrath, but the Gravekeeper's Cloak will help him out quite a bit. And comes the hook, and that'll be enough. FS Metropolis will get the triple kill. These familiars will now get brought down to add an extra 200 gold to the overall sum of gold given away to the Dire team. It's a 5-man wipe overall at 20 minutes into the game. And things are looking pretty bleak for the Radiant, though they do have some pretty decent net worth on the board. They're 3 of the top 5 right now. They also have the second highest net worth on their top hero, but it's still pretty upsetting when you have to go up against a Broodmother who has enough gold to buy into that level. Actually, has the level 5 Dagon. And has 1,400 gold on top of it. So it could possibly go for the F-Blade Dagon right here. Yeah, there was a Mirana down the bottom lane. You know what? I'm sorry, I gotta take a look at this. Yep, that was everything I thought it would be. So Mr. Gray, he'll bring down Live It Up. Very little for the Mirana to even say about that. What the hell do they even do to combat that? That's 1,100 magical damage burst straight up. Alright. Raziel. Okay, no, he survives. He survives pretty handily. Bacon also would because that the magic resistance from the Gravekeeper is low. But MC Lark, he goes down immediately to it. Fruit Salad doesn't go down immediately to it, but falls to the next couple of right clicks. His armor is absolutely abysmal. And, of course, Mirana does almost go down to it immediately as well. So, MC Lark, insta-get. Live It Up, and Fruit Salad, you need 1 or 2 right clicks to follow up, but nearly. For the purpose of the build, it is an insta-get. So any solo pickoffs that they give to Mr. Gray, I mean, they're going to come very easy. Though his follow-up isn't quite there. He still has built all into this magical burst. Doesn't quite have a lot of damage follow-up. So unless he were to go for something like an Ethereal Blade, he doesn't have really all that much damage or attack speed to make use of the time after the burst. So he sends out the Dagon, he sends out the spawn Spiderlings, and then what? Oh, really nothing. He's done everything he entirely can for damage. Now he just kind of waits and hopes Insatiable Hunger gives him enough to continue to fight. And meanwhile, the Dire don't really have that many other super good cores. I mean, they've got the they've got the Pudge, who's farming decently well from just getting kills, but he doesn't exactly carry a game. Lich, Zeus, nor Io can make a huge impact as the game goes later and later. BKB start to get bought and magic resistance starts to go up. So FS Metropolis, he may just try to bring down Live It Up, though. He won't get the kill just now. Perhaps if he pops a Blade Mail, he'll get this, but he doesn't. He instead will get hit by the arrow, and they will bring him down. The Soul Assumption coming away from Bacon will just mean the end of him, but the killing spree will go away. And Pudge, unable to solo kill the Mirana, comes down to not being able to catch her in the rot when you're dismembering her, which is almost half the damage for a level 2 dismembered. Boots of Travel now picked up from Mr. Gray, hopefully letting him split push a little bit better, but still, he's got to figure out how he's going to fight because he needs to be the DPS carry and again in any of the major fights that happen in the next 10 to 20 minutes. Was a relocate gank in the top lane. It's not going to mean much. The action is here on the bottom as they want to bring down Mr. Gray. They do have vision of him with the dust. He'll turn around. He'll bring down MC Lark. He'll go down himself, but says, if I'm going to die, I'm taking you. Rather, I'm dragging you down with me. So it's a 1-for-1 on the bottom, but getting the kill on the Broodmother is a hell of a lot more impactful than getting the Sniper. Speaking of Sniper, the hero, Io, whose name is Sniper, he'll get brought down by the Mystic Flare. Fruit Salad gets a nice little kill wrapped up in a tight little bow for him. Nootropis is down the bottom lane, though. He's looking for some revenge. But he is, for all intents and purposes, alone. Pennies and Herpes is close by, but he's got to be a little careful here, as if he goes in on either of these two targets, it could be trouble. He'll pop the blade there and drops into Raziel. Though now he's silenced up, the charge will come out, and Nootropis should just drop here. No! Raziel will go down. Nootropis still alive. No, the Arcane Bolt is enough to bring him down. Fruit Salad bottling up. He might be able to turn on to Pennius. No, he cannot. Not yet, at least. He's got the Bloodstone at the ready. Now he'll turn. The concussive shot will fly, and it gets the stun off, or at least the slow. Now Pennius and Herpes could be in a little bit of trouble, but he's able to walk away from this one. Fruit Salad wishing he had a spawn Spiderlings and a Dagon at his disposal right now. Live it up, barely getting away, but Bacon could be in a bit of trouble. He's got all the burst damage coming his way. He survives it for a good chunk of time, though he gets the Grave Chill off, which will give him some extra movement speed. You do not outrun a Boots of Travel Broodmother walking on webs, so. And Mr. Gray will chase down Bacon. He gets a bite of that sweet, salty pork meat.
Dire's top tower.
And now he really, really wants more, as does everyone. It's almost like an addiction, that stuff.
Dire's top towers get.
We're looking 22 to 28. Very nearly 2 kills per minute happening in this game. Quite a lively game so far. And both teams, I mean, neither one really out of it just yet either. We're still at only a 5,000 net worth advantage for the Dire. 6,000 or 6,500 experience advantage for the Dire. Nothing too incredible when looking at 26 minutes there. It's a lead that we see get come back from more often than the traditional 10,000 oh shit we lost lead. And it comes the tether onto FS Nootropis. They'll go on Sniper though. The Assassin will fly through. And Isle's not long for the world, but however, MC Lark will end up being brought down by Mr. Gray. They'll turn around, they'll bring down Raziel as well. Live It Up going down somewhere in that fight. Spire the Familiars, they're targeting him. FS Nootropis has got a Blink Dagger in 5 seconds. Can he catch up? Looks like not. They'll make their way back in towards the mid lane. As they'll walk pretty much toe-to-toe with Fruit Salad. They might be able to grab a quick hook on him. This could be a nice pickoff. Actually, FS Nootropis, he goes for it. He will get the hook off, and Fruit Salad is now locked under his own Tier 1-2 tower. And it'll be brought down, the Dagon. A good sum of damage to throw at that Skywrath Mage. Hey, Chicken and Bacon on the Radiant team that they can bring down and cook up, eat to their heart's content. We'll have to see, though, if they can push much further than this. They get the Tier 2 tower. It looks like it shouldn't be too much trouble for them. Mr. Gray, though, focusing down the creeps. This actually could slow them down enough that maybe the Radiant can repel. Cliff will come through. Raziel will go forward. Pops out the dust. Mr. Gray's still alive. Will go for it. Dagon, and with a spawn, Spiderlings gets the kill, but he'll fall down in his own right. Now if his Nootropis is on the run, the Familiars will chase. He goes for a TP, but the arrow and the assassinate. Pudge will be brought down. Sniper and Bow get the kill, return on to Live It Up. It ends up being a 2 for 2, but well worth it for the Radiant as they're able to defend their Tier 2 tower, and they get about 1,500 gold off that fight. Actually, with the Mystic Flare, they might be able to get one more. Bow is low. They've got the Arcane Seal on him. Turn around from Pennius. He's going in for the Lightning Bolt. Still does not have, oh, hold on, it's going to be Sniper who goes down. There is going to be a Shade Frost now, bouncing away to the Familiars, but finds its way over to Bacon once again. Thunder God's Wrath will fly, but Bow still goes down. And comes the Ancient Steel on the Pennius, but he is not caught in the Mystic Flare. But the Familiars are chasing him down, and that last Arcane Bolt, the Magic Wand will help Pennius, but in comes a concussive shot, and what a concussion. It connects Fruit Salad will get the kill in a 5-man wipe. The Radiant again taking a very, very good fight both times and accumulating about a 26,000 or 2,600 rather gold swing off of those two fights combined. It's pretty crazy that the Radiant were able to do that, but at the same time, I mean, we look at their heroes and the Dire don't quite have enough late game, as well as the fact that the Broodmother is more of a one-hit wonder than anything. Mr. Grey goes in, drops down his spells, and then that's it for him in the fight. He still doesn't have many items on top of that, though. He's now sitting on 2,900 gold, so he could buy a decent item in the near future, which will help him actually fight instead of going and pick. But for right now, he's going to sit back and he's going to farm up 3k gold and just split push out the game. Make use of the fact that there is a strong lack of Radiant heroes on that part of the map. Meanwhile, FS Mood Tropus looking for someone to try to farm aggressively in the top lane, but with no one showing, he just makes his way up and goes for the CS. Live It Up will make his way there, though, and the charge comes through from Raziel. They want to bring down FS Mood Tropus. There's no tier 1 tower to save him. In comes another strike, but the arrow hasn't quite flown through yet. Now it will come, but it ends up not connecting. It's a little short. Mood Tropus, though, is still going to go down. Goes to the deny, though. Actually gets it off. A very surprising deny to get off. A very close deny. In fact, I almost want to look at what the log has to say about that. Let's see. Pudge. So much happens. Dear God. Okay, target. Z. No, that's Zeus. I want Pudge. Pudge is killed by Pudge. Pudge hits Pudge with Rot for 15 damage. He had 9 damage. Or 9 HP left. Oh boy, and that had to have been from some close auto attack coming through right after the fact, so just a split second later he could very well have been dead. What a clutch deny, and well played to Mr. Pudge there. Mr. Grey, though, make his way to the bottom lane. He wants to bring down Bacon. As Fruit Salad is able to bring down Pennius, though Bacon, he might drop Bow. He goes forward and gets caught in the trees. Doesn't even matter. Mr. Grey unloading on the Visage. I wonder what he buys with all this gold. 4,100 gold. You know, really the options are wide open to him. He could go for some extra tankiness and grab either a Scotty or a Heart. He could go for some damage and buy that Ethereal Blade or Butterfly. Or, you know, damage can come from nearly any source. Desolators, Crystallises, MKBs, stuff like that. But I really hope he goes more of the tankiness direction. Something that'll give him some extra stats. Maybe also damage like the Scotty. That could definitely help. Insatiable Hunger not being a unique attack modifier. Incapacitating Bite also not going to stop the lifesteal or the Scotty attack from coming through. Could be a decent and worthwhile pickup for him right now, as he again is going to have to be the right-click physical DPS carry here, or else there's nothing more to take the baton once he starts really falling off. And you can already see a lot of that happening. Again, he just gets brought down after he drops his combo in any sort of organized fight. So when it's just a little pickoff, yeah, he excels. But the problem with Dota is that the entire game is not made up of pickoffs. It's a balance between picking off and fighting. And yeah, hell yeah, if you can find a pickoff, you usually go for it. I mean, they're incredibly good to help, you know, go for objectives like Roach, get towers, stuff like that. Bacon, Insatiable Hunger will come through. Bacon, though, is dodging out a lot of attacks with Solar Crest, but it doesn't even matter. He'll get brought down. Mr. Grey daggons him to the death. Of course, the spawn Spiderlings also helping him out. He's going for the Ethereal Blade, it looks like. So he is pretty much dead. Has to buy out, or he is going to lose a bit of gold. He does lose the gold. Still can buy the Eth Blade. Could be hoping for that buyback right now, as he's down for 70 seconds. 33 minutes into this game. A very nice kill for the Radiant to pick up. I mean,
Radiant's top
Looking at it
tower's in
right
bad
there,
shape.
that's exactly what they can
Have
do.
fun
He's
trying to
so
lock
damn
down
squishy
structures
and
now.
nearly always out of position just by the way Broodmother plays. Spirit Breaker being a very good hero to pick up against him can just buy some dust. If he gets one glimpse of that Broodmother, he starts to charge, and then once that happens, yeah, you don't get away. And it looks like, nope, no F-Blade. Instead, he's going to go for the Butterfly. Picks up the Quarterstaff, and then that's it. There's Valg and Sniper. They make their way up to the top lane. They're going to go after Azil, but the Spirit Breaker might be a little bit too tanky for them to actually kill. Try them. The charge will come through. Valg blinks forward, but it's not good. He actually just gets himself caught in the charge. And Razil is out of there. Off to the bottom lane, though he'll cancel in the mid to group up with his teammates. And the BKB now will be purchased. The first, I think, of many to be bought for the Radiant side. Moonlight Shadow being popped to try to get an initiation off. But they're not going to find anyone. It looks like they tried to scout out the trees with the shrapnel, but not going to find. Meanwhile, Razil goes in for Pennies and Herpes. They've got the dust. Pennies, he's got no way to survive this one. They're going to go out for the Chain Frost. It's bounced between Razil and Fruit Salad. Now Fruit Salad live it up. They're going to get a double. No! It bounces to the Familiars. And so they won't get anything with those the Chain Frost. Meanwhile, Fruit Salad will end up dropping. Top Balg could be in a bit of trouble, but it looks like the first to go down will be Bacon. Now they turn on the Balg. The Errant of Shadows goes down, but the hook is going to save Balg's life, buy him some time. Razil in a bit of trouble. It's going to be a four-man wipe now. The Dire pulling out quite a good team fight. And the Radiant, they last a long time, but unfortunately they're not able to last forever. Dire just playing around with them right now, but they're not able to take an objective directly off of this fight. By the time they get to the tier 2 to put some pressure on it, nearly everyone from the Radiant side are going to be back up and possibly ready to take a fight of their own. Meanwhile, Mr. Gray, he's got enough gold to buy that Butterfly outright. And that's going to be pretty decent for him, though. There aren't many right-clickers right now on the Radiant side. They are still pretty decently in the magic damage zone. MC Lark is starting to get stronger and stronger, so soon that Butterfly will be paying for itself to block out those right clicks as well as the Spirit Breakers.
I best do something about that.
Looks like, yep, he'll complete that Butterfly now. And look to go in for that tier 2 tower top we talked about. Again, everyone from the Radiant side are pretty much back up. But it doesn't look like Mr. Gray is that afraid. So he'll start to put some pressure on it, but backs himself off. The charge will come through. And I don't think they continue to connect it. Maybe they do. It'll still go. Mr. Gray is going to back himself off, but there's no way for him to get out of this one. Bao will be caught in the charge as well, but the Bash will push Mr. Gray up onto the cliff. They have no vision of him. The Mystic Flare will come out on Bao. It looks like they will end up getting him. Razil having to pop a PKB will stop for a moment. Meanwhile, FS Maltropis will turn around and try to fight. He's got a lot of HP. Razil has to back himself away. Won't be able to as Penis and Herpes gets out the Chain Lightning. They'll continue to chase on the Bacon. Do they have a hook? They've got one in 1 second. The blink forward from FS Maltropis. He throws a hook. It won't connect, but he still will get the kill. As he pops out the Blade Mail, Soul Assumption will be the death of Bacon there. And FS Maltropis should also go down, Mark. No. Oh, what the hell? That was... Oh. Okay, an Aghanim Scepter. He's sitting on 161 strength.
No breaking down the Radiant structures like this.
Alright, the Aghanim Scepter, bonus strength, will give a strength multiplier per second. So he's doing 175 plus 161 per second.
Technical difficulty.
That means Dismember, oh boy. What is that, 330? 336 damage. Okay, now it's a little different because his strength is going up, but at the time of calculation, 336 damage per second over the course of, 3 seconds? Yeah. Oh man, that sniper gets absolutely wrecked. His HP pool is so damn low. He'll go for the charge, and MC Gray, he's got some spells to cast. He's got a Butterfly too. When it comes to Insatiable Hunger, the miss chances are being real, but the Mystic Flare does not miss. Mr. Gray is still alive. He'll bring down Razil. Now turns into Fruit Salad. He might be able to get the burst damage off, but the Spawn Spiderling's not doing a whole hell of a lot. MC Lark, meanwhile, coming in with his 900 HP. That's why Dismember was able to bring him down. He dies to just straight up one cast of Dismember and Rot. Meanwhile, FS Montropolis, good caught, blade mail out, will go in for the Rot. Doesn't even Dismember yet, he's just right-clicking down, and comes to Thunder God's Wrath, and that'll be enough. 4 seconds for another hook out from FS Montropolis, but he's not going to throw it. There are other familiars still chasing this Pudge down, but he's still got 500 HP. This would be half of Sniper's HP. It would show half the bar in Sniper. It only shows about a quarter, less than a quarter of the HP bar of Pudge, just because of the sheer amount of HP he's got right now. Familiar stuns will come through on the Pennies and Mr. Gray. But they won't be able to accomplish all that much, so they'll back off. Meanwhile, FS Montropolis, why not sit up at the wave, rot it down? You've got so much HP that it doesn't matter. We will finally pause for the Mirana. For an immediate unpause from Bacon. I'm watching and waiting for that pause. I guess not this time around, but if it does pause, we will fast forward through that. Mr. Gray now. The tier 3 tower is down. Instead of going for the racks, he'll go a little bit further past. Watch out for any ones that he's going to be able to pick off. And now, maybe he goes for it. Waiting for the creeps to get on the high ground. There's a charge coming through. Io's going to disconnect as well. Another strike flies. Mr. Gray gets a bit of trouble. Turn around. Mr. Gray looking for some right damage, but he's taking so much already. He's underneath the Sentry Ward, and comes the Assassinate, and that should be enough. No, not yet. He's invis right now, but 2 Arcane Bolts will be enough to bring him down. But the hook comes through. FS Montropolis got a blade mail on the Pudge. They might go get this Pudge kill. He's got so much HP, so damn tanky. They finally get him down. Thunder God's Wrath, though, will not do all that much. Pennius still alive and fighting, but Bacon with a Soul Assumption will bring him down. In comes Mr. Gray, tearing Bacon to shreds. Fruit Salad as well. Looks like Fruit Salad actually caught in the Moonlight Shadow, so they aren't able to find him. The damage is pretty heavy to deal with if you are the Radiant. Mr. Gray now continues to chase. He wants Fruit Salad live it up. We won't find him, though. And the Familiars, one goes down, the other gets away. Mr. Gray chasing down. He's got the full combo to pop out. There's a Dagon, spawn Spiderlings. That is a very, very dead Mirana. Fruit Salad now turns to try to fight, but do you really want to fight this Broodmother? Nearly full HP, has got a Reaver. Fruit Salad could just be dead here. Mr. Gray is not going to go in for it yet, though. He's hanging back, and Concussive Shot flies out. The Courier now will make its way to the Secret Shop. It is okay. It's out and about. Oh, wow, this is a nice-looking cliff. I haven't looked at it all that much since Reborn, but certainly is very nice. The Courier will fly through. Mr. Gray, he gets it off, and actually does it buy the item beforehand? No, it does not, but the Perseverance will hit the deck. And I imagine that is, what, Live It Up's Perseverance? What is that for? A Lincoln Sphere? I don't know, Lotus Orb maybe? It doesn't even matter. There's a Mystic Flare down, and that'll bring down Baug. As we still have a disconnect on the Sniper. As no pause came out for the Radiant, so too will there be a lack of a pause on the Dire side. Charging to Mr. Gray. There's going to be the Nether Strike. Mr. Gray now going to turn and try to fight. In comes the Assassinate, though. Rezeal. His BKB will end. Mr. Gray is not going to try to fight this one, though, actually. He just walks away. Not underneath any Sentry Wards at the moment. The dust will wear off. So he'll be alright. Meanwhile, FS Montropolis, he's split pushing on the Pudge. We're going for the hook. With the leap away, we'll put Live It Up on the low ground. They get in with the Arcane Seal. That's going to get the extra magic damage off, but the Blade Mail is keeping him alive, or at least getting some return damage off. He will survive through. No, the Bash! The Bash will stop the Dismember, which was keeping him alive and stalling the Radiant side. Now they'll have plenty of time to react to the top lane push. Go after and stop it dead before it even makes its way onto their own high ground. Meanwhile, Sniper is back, making his way in. Reactions up top, they're going for the Arcane Seal. Penny has taken a bit of damage, but not going to be enough to kill him. Mr. Gray turning, getting his full combo off, but now it does very little damage. Mr. Gray's actually on the run. He won't go down. The Thunder God's Wrath. MC Lark will bring down Pennius. Sniper now running away. There's going to be a charge into Mr. Gray. Does he have insatiable hunger? He does not, but the dodge. Now, oh, he did have insatiable hunger. He's turning. He's man fighting. He's getting the kill. A Mystic Flare. That'll be the end of Mr. Gray. The man fight is not going to be enough. And that'll be a 4-man wipe on the Dire side. The Radiant getting 2,700 gold, 7,000 experience off of that fight alone. So digging a little bit of a hole. We can take a look at what the graphs have to say about that one. Dire, still, I mean, this is very weird. We passed the 15,000 net worth advantage for the Dire, but now we're back to about where we were at the when we first looked at it. Meanwhile, experience, same deal. We passed 20,000 experience disadvantage, or advantage for the Dire. Now we're back up to 5,000 and rapidly climbing to equilibrium. If Dire win this, I swear, this is one of the bigger comebacks I've seen. Now, it's not the biggest. I've seen some pretty crazy games, but, I mean, we're looking at a game that's had more than 2 kills per minute and is coming back from a 20,000 goal or experience differential. This is pretty exciting to watch here. Broodmother's still dead for about 50 seconds. The arrow flies, but it's not going to stun. Meanwhile, Bao getting a casual 138 gold from the Bounty Rune, which is going to cause a trash-talking spree from FS Mod Tropis. Actually, not sure if the two are related. Probably not. But hey, something happens, something else happens. It just makes sense, right? Raziel, only on the BKB, now he's going to purchase up the Hyperstone. Give himself some extra extra attack speed, which means, you know, he's going to permabash someone. It just happens. BKB, Mask of Madness, Hyperstone, you're not surviving too long with that. Meanwhile, Fruit Salad is going to spot out FS Mod Tropis. They're going to go in for the charge with the blink away. Will be up very soon. The Arcane Seal, and with the Mystic Flare, this is a bait. Might not be a very successful one. Maybe it is. The Chain Frost flies, but it's not going to do all that much. The hook up Bacon. They're going to pop out with the Dismember, which is going to heal FS Mod Tropis up quite a bit. Now Lark is going to bring down the big bad Pudge. His right click damage is looking pretty scary, but the Dagon! I've got red right clicks. Oh shit, you've got a red laser. Mr. Gray will get the kill, but maybe he goes down himself. Mystic Flare is out. They're looking to try to lock him in, but they're not quite able to do so. In comes Sniper. Can he get the relocate out? He's stunned. Insatiable Hunger. They bring down Mr. Gray. They'll also get Sniper. A Blade Mail IO. And another 5-man wipe as Raziel's wasting absolutely no time. No buyback on the Radiant, or on any of the Dire heroes, as Raziel will use this time to push in the mid lane. Though I don't think he gets a Rax off this one unless he gets support in from his team. It could be scary. Actually, he's got a lot of attack speed, or maybe he does. It's going to be interesting to watch. The bottom tier 1 will end up going down, so that's at least something that they can go for. Millers will also go after the bottom tier 2 tower. The Glyph gets spent as they approach the high ground. The only one back up alive right now is Bao. So yeah, Live It Up is joining them as well. They could end up getting this tier 3. They will get, may end up getting the Rax as well. Arrow will fly through, and it does connect in the Bao. He can't do much about this. The Rax still dropping, but slowly. Now as 3 will revive, and comes the Chain Frost. And it hits on the Live It Up, but that's about it. Meanwhile, the Rats still dropping very low. They go down. There's going to be a charge, and Sniper gets popped. The Rax will be completed. Another strike out on the Bao. Raziel, though, he will end up dying because of that big leap. Live It Up going a bit deep as well. This is a lot of trouble that the Radiant are getting themselves into. As Fruit Salad also in a bit of a tight spot. Looking around, there is going to be the Moonlight Shadow. And the amount of detection on the Dire is staggeringly low. Pennius does not have Thunder God's Wrath either. They've got no vision. And the Radiant, they're going to back off, maybe group up and try to fight again. And Lark will look straight in, down the barrel on the Bao. Can he actually fight this one? The hook will come through. No! The hook will miss. He's now in the Shadow Amulet, up on the high ground. He gets caught out from the Lightning Strike. As Bao will now come forward, FS Mod Tropis. Does he miss this hook again? No, the rocket or the arrow flying through. Tropis can't quite find what he needs to here. Not yet, at least. Arcane Seal comes out, the double damage will get popped. Lark doing a bit of self-damage to this one, but he doesn't really care about it. Live It Up will find 1 kill off this one. The Chain Frost bouncing through, but not doing all that much. Lark, he's trying to sustain, but he's going down to the creeps. He'll go down as a deny. FS Mod Tropus, or Mood Tropus, whatever, he'll go down to himself. Mr. Gray, meanwhile, still alive and kicking. That was a very interesting series of events, rather unfortunate for the Radiant side. But they do still get that melee racks in the mid lane, and more than they can ever hope for right now. 48 minutes into the game, the score being 48-59. I'm going to look at some buybacks here. The only one with buybacks is FS Mood Tropus. Interestingly enough, top net worth is still being held by Mr. Gray by a fairly wide margin. 4,000 gold separating him and the second highest net worth. Another 4,000 gold separating the second highest from the third highest net worth. And then we go by about 1,000 every single time until we hit Lich and Zeus. And then 2,000 for Sid and Sniper. Or Io, sorry. Io's name is Sniper, which is confusing because there is a Sniper in this game. Thank God, though, that said Sniper is not named Io, because that would probably screw me up. And screw you guys up. Screw everyone up. MC Lark is going to go for a Shadow Blade now, which will boost his attack speed, but feels more like an item that you get at about 20 minutes. But hey, if it gives him extra attack speed and helps him get away from any of the incoming damage from the Dire team, it's a well worth it pickup. As we now approach the 50-minute mark, things starting to get very tense for both teams. As any one fight can really make or break this game. It looks like the Radiant looking to grab some extra, all the advantages they get. They hang out the Roshan, but do they actually go for it? Live It Up, meanwhile, has got a Desolator at the ready. Bacon with that Slow Crest mech, and now a Hyperstone for the Visage. Fruit Salad with the Bloodstone at 21. No Aghanims just yet, but he's got the Guardian Greaves and the Pipe of Insight. So he's looking more like a 4-position support turned caster with the Bloodstone at the ready. Brazil also with a Moon Shard now. See that? They're going to FS Moon Tropus and making the kill. The chain plus the bounce too. And see Bard taking so much damage, he just drops. That was rather unfortunate. Now Raziel getting caught in with the Dismember. He gets himself away for a short amount of time, but he'll end up going down. The Moonlight Shadow doesn't end up being enough to save their lives. And Live It Up might also be able to get away, but not without lots of collateral. No, the Dagon! The Taser! That'll be enough to mean the end of him, and the Dire! Holy, they've got a lane pushing in! Oh, this is a disaster! Don't go after the creeps, just go! Just run! Be free! Kill barracks, kill everything. The relocate comes in, Sniper for 12 seconds. He's gonna do absolutely nothing to the racks. Well, Fruit Salad makes his way in close by. Maybe he ends up spending all his spells. Yeah, he will. Well, the relocate won't get him out in time, so he ends up dying, but... Oh, Fruit Salad could be in a lot of trouble. All the creeps are being brought away from this one. The melee barracks will still go down. Fruit Salad will also go down. The Frostbite will come through. Even though there's an Arcane Seal. And the Chain Thrust immediately dispelling that Pipe of Insight. A Yule Scepter up. That'll only delay the inevitable. It looks like in the end, he does end up going down after a long period of time. Buying time for his team. But the bottom racks have completely dropped. And the mid-tier 3 tower has also gone down. So it doesn't look like the Dire are pushing any further than this. Maybe they do. In comes Mr. Gray going after that next set of racks. They could end up mega creeps in here if they play their cards very right. As the distraction isn't making its way into the bottom lane. They can stall this long enough. Maybe they can just at least get the one more set of racks. But no, they'll try to fight. Turns around on the Penius as Raziel and Bacon go ahead and duel him up. Mr. Gray now will go and try to get the kill on the Bacon, but the Moonlight Shadow helping him out. There is going to be a gem hitting the deck, and Balg will pick it up, but they don't quite get the vision they need. Now they will. Bacon! He goes down. And Mr. Gray will make his way onto the high ground to continue on to these racks. But Balg is going to be in a bit of trouble. Live It Up brings him down. They've got the Desolator too, so they've got to be careful. Mr. Gray, he turns from the Fruit Salad. There's going to be the Boots of Travel in onto FS Mood Tropus. He goes for Raziel. He's got the Blade Nail and the Dismember. Raziel taking a lot of damage from this one. In comes the Mystic Flare, but it's also not doing all that much damage. They'll turn now. Fruit Salad is going to be their next target. Raziel charges back in and actually charges to his death. And Fruit Salad could be the next one up. 2 seconds to relocate out from Sniper. And that is Food Tropus getting the double kill Fruit Salad getting brought down. Live It Up's going to go for the leap. Mr. Gray, he wants none of it. Goes up to the high ground. The hook will fly through, but it won't connect. Mr. Gray now going to continue chasing onto this Marana. 9 seconds for another leap. She's not going to have it up. Is a Dagon at the ready? The Olympians will get popped. The Dagon comes out. She needs 3 seconds. Just 3 seconds. 3, 2. She's got it. She can't pop it. Mr. Gray gets the mega kill. 2 buybacks available on their team, but he should be able to grab this next set of racks with Nootropas coming in as well. They've got plenty of damage. Quick work with these buildings. They may even go for more. FS Nootropas has already gone up to the top lane to get some chip off onto the melee barracks. Just leading it up for Mr. Gray to follow up on this one. Things looking bleaker by the second as the last melee racks is about to fall. The last range racks is soon to follow. It looks like Dire have completely mega creeped the Radiant. Actually, still holding out. Come through. Fruit Salad might be in a bit of trouble, though. Nootropas is in the jungle. Gray, he's got to finish this rack. He can't quite do so. Bacon is down. Gray, turn, just hit the racks. Nootropas, he should go down. The racks are still standing. Nootropas, he gets the double, but he'll finally get brought down by Fruit Salad. And the range racks are still alive. 54 minutes in now, but it's not really a position where the Radiant can actually fight, as one of their main damage dealers, the Sniper, is dead, and so too is the Marana. So they gotta hang back and settle for fighting against 2 lanes of super creeps. As Val is now pressing up to the top lane, he'll soon be joined by Pennius. They look to muscle down that last ranged Rax. Where is our Broodmother? She's back in base 10 seconds before she can TP back into lane. Salad and Bacon are going to chase down Bao, but they're not quite able to catch him up. Whereas Yoda should be able to, but the Yule Scepter will help him out. The Yule's only doing so much to set him up for this Mystic Flare. Here comes another strike. That'll be it, folks. That is a dead Lich. 80 seconds without the Lich. 50 seconds without FS Nootropas on the Pudge. Could be an opening for the Radiant to try to push out this game and maybe just straight up end it. But as it stands right now, it looks like the Dire might be in the winning position, 71 to 55. And the net worth advantage back down to 15,000 in favor of the Dire. Up to a bad equilibrium in experience, but I mean, we can take a look at the hero levels, which, yep. There are 3 people with level 25. Everyone else is catching up, so that, I imagine, can explain some of the stagnating levels here, but buybacks, only Mr. Gray's got a buyback. And Moonlight Shadow, if Radiant can win this fight here, they may be able to do a lot as far as pushing goes. They'll allow Mr. Gray in with an arrow. Mystic Flare, that is a dead Broodmother. No, she's still alive. It comes a double Thunder God's Wrath, but it doesn't end up meaning all that much. Pennius will go down. To travel in, right in the middle of everyone. Nootropas, he's going to go for the kill. He gets to dismember off on Bacon, and he'll get this kill, but he's going to die for it. Nootropas taking so much damage from this, even the Blade Mail does not save him. Mr. Gray is in. Mr. Gray could end up dropping as well. The Nether Strike will lock him back in for a little bit. Brazil will go down to the right clicks. Mr. Gray now turns and goes after Live It Up, but in comes the Spider Spin Web. That'll help him run away from this. It looks like the Radiant, they defend once again, but they're not quite able to. It's a Pyrrhic victory. I mean, their mid-tier 4 is just going to go down here. I mean, these siege creeps, they can't kill him right now. One more attack, no. I guess they can kill them. Dagon flies out, MC Lark taking a huge amount of damage from that, but it won't, in the end, mean enough to kill him. As now the creeps have made their way in. For the ranged racks, the siege creeps are going to start in for it. The melee creep is hitting it as well, but it will be brought down. One more attack from the siege creeps. They get it! Mega creeps gotten, thanks to 2 very, very dedicated siege creeps. And just like that, now the Dire have spawned an entire round of mega creeps. And the Radiant cannot fight any longer, as even if they do win a fight, fighting it's just continuing is going to be so hard. They've got 2 Maelstroms, so they can adequately defend against these guys, but it just becomes so damn hard, especially now with what looks to be MC Lark giving up and saying, that's about it for me. I'm out, guys. Dire will group up outside of Radiant space, looking to end this one right here, right now. They just barrel up and into this one. They want Live It Up first. They'll pop the link in for the chain cross and connect. Brazil charges forward. He goes after Mr. Gray. Mr. Gray just turns and fights and deals the damage like no damage has been dealt before. MC Lark will go down to creeps again. The Megas proving to be too strong. Thunder God's Wrath #1 coming through and dealing a decent chunk of damage. FS Montropis, he comes forward, wants to dismember. Sniper taking a lot of damage here. He'll go down. Live It Up also goes down. And the racks are the Ancient will follow shortly thereafter, guys. Great game to both teams, but looks like the Dire will be the ones to take this one home. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Thank you to Gary for sending this replay. And again, replay ID 1824137249. If you guys enjoyed the video, you know you can like, favorite, subscribe, share the video with your friends, or just spread the word about replay cast from Chicago Ted. If you want your own replay casted along those lines, you can go ahead and check out the description of this video where I post the email that you can contact me at. Once again, guys, thank you very much for watching. We'll be back with another replay. Actually not sure when the next replay will be coming up, but whenever that is, we'll catch you all next time.